Now, forewarned weather with Ashlee Baracy.
Well, it's a wet start out there as we take a live look at Mount Clemens, where it looks like we have more raindrops here on the camera lens, but this was likely some really wet snowflakes melting on contact. Now, that might not necessarily be the case on elevated surfaces, grassy surfaces, especially the closer you get to US 23, working farther west, where the snow has been sticking a little bit. And so April snow to start the day. Road conditions could be a little snowy for folks in Washtenaw County, and that does stretch a little bit farther east, clipping northwest Wayne County as you get close to Northville, up into Oakland County. We'll say Novi, close to that 96 corridor, and then just west of Waterford. And by Hamburg, you might see a little bit of ice, but for most of us, we're dealing with the melting for a good chunk of the metro area, but it will slow you down. It's not a cruise control type of morning by any means. And as you're thinking about, what do I put on the kids on a day like today? Well, they need the winter coat, but they also will need probably the rain boots as the surface is going to be soggy, and we will see this change over to rain as we head into the afternoon, and temperatures will be on the cool side. So Exact Track 4D showing widespread snow from the Thumb all the way down past Flat Rock. That's where we'll zoom in a little closer, where this rain snow line is between London and Dundee. You get south of Dundee into the city of Monroe, down towards Erie, and we have some rain. But west of 23 into Lenawee County, now we're starting to dry things out a little bit. So we will have a lull as we get in the later part of the morning, midday, before some scattered showers redevelop. But those temperatures are in the low 30s, just above the freezing mark. So I don't think that there is enough of an area from the clouds to the surface to see those snowflakes melt before it hits the surface that's just above the freezing mark. But we have that easterly flow of air, 20-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and that does give us wind chill readings that are in the 20s. We're right around 30 for the feels-like temperature down into Monroe. So bridges will freeze first. That's why we've been talking about that ramps, bridges, overpasses will be more of a concern, is that air drops right around freezing, or with those wind chills, especially below the freezing mark. That bridge is exposed to the cold air above and below it, and so that's when you get those slick conditions there first. So bus stop forecast for today, likely probably mid to upper 30s come pick up and low 40s come drop off. It's another below average day, but we're in and out of precipitation chances. And so kids might get an outdoor recess around the lunch hours. We dry things out. Later afternoon, it's a little questionable. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So we have that snow lasting past sunrise in some spots, and then it dissipates around the lunch hour. By 2, we're looking at overcast skies, but watch how that rain begins to redevelop as we get closer to 4, and then that'll persist into the dinner hour for folks on the east side, especially as we're on the back edge of that low that's pushing eastward. And then we dry things out tonight. That's going to lead us to drier conditions building in Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So 50, partly cloudy on Friday. We're more seasonal Saturday as we get in the mid-50s, mix of sun and clouds through the weekend. 60 on Sunday, and then we possibly could hit 70 on Monday. There is a chance for rain heading into the afternoon, and we'll have some cooler conditions working in the middle of next week. That's your future forecast.
Goodbye to it last time, then maybe here's your chance.
I'm with you. Okay, leave Kimmy alone
until April 20th. When everyone hits.
Now that's not being very optimistic.
No, it's not. It's being realistic. Now that it's jinxed, we know it's coming back.
It's coming back. Ashlee, what say you? What say you?
Guys, now that we've gotten all the commentary out of the way, I'm just
take
letting
the wheel.
Guys just go.
Jesus,
my foot in my mouth there. Hey, I just saw the shovel. I saw you digging, and I was going to let you guys just dig that hole as snow is filling it right now as you take a look outside. So here's a look at Metro Airport. The grass out there, getting a little coat of snow out there. I will say, if you are all groaning at home like these, I was going to call you clowns, but I do like you guys. So these friends of mine are doing this morning. We have warmer temperatures this weekend, so we just have to get through today. So we have some snow coming down at Metro Airport, reducing visibility. It is a messy morning as we check in with our road condition map, our Exact Track 4D technology showing that mainly on the east side, this melts as it makes contact, so just wet roadways. But we do have some snowy surfaces being reported closer to Canton, Northville, Novi. Working west into a good chunk of Washtenaw County for folks in Ann Arbor, and then eastern Livingston County, east of Howell, off towards Hamburg, western Oakland County. Some snowy road conditions reported, and some of that might even just be off on the shoulders. But Exact Track 4D picking up snow still falling, but more of a mix from about Mount Clemens down to Detroit on that just little sliver of the east side here. This is lifting, so we're starting to catch a break off towards Jackson, Howell, Adrian, and then we'll have probably probably another round of wet weather that will arrive as we head in the afternoon, just because there's still enough instability on the back edge of a low pressure system to create some rain chances on the east side. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a moment here. But if you get south of Taylor into Rockwood, downriver, we're drying things out, and that rain snow line is now pushed out of here. So temperatures are inching just a little bit above that freezing mark. A lot of folks were waking up to 33. Now we have some 34-degree temperatures being reported. And so just a smidge of improvement, but that's all you need is that degree difference to make a big difference with the precipitation type. Gazoon type. There's a wind gust out there. We have that easterly wind giving us wind gusts around 20 miles per hour. Wind chill readings in the 20s. That sneeze made me think of we're groaning about snow, but before you know it, we're going to have the spring allergies that we're all talking about. So 20 degrees is what it feels like out there. Bridges will freeze over first just because you have that colder air above and below. So as you head out the door this morning, just take it a little slower on those ramps, bridges, and overpasses. Clouds and radar. Snow pushing out of here. We'll hold on to a few snow chances still late morning, but we'll see that improvement midday. Lunch hour, there's a bit of a lull. After 3, I think even after 4, really, we start to see the rain building back in on the east side. That takes us through the dinner hour. Worth noting, though, off towards Howell, you might not get clipped with that because that will be pushing east as the evening progresses. And then we dry out tonight, and that's going to be the trend as we head into the weekend. So drier conditions on tap for your Friday as we get to around 50. Average conditions Saturday with a mix of sun and clouds. We'll go above that average high to around 60 on Sunday. Beautiful weekend ahead to be outside. And then 70-degree temperatures in the forecast come Monday. Short-lived as we have a slight chance of rain, and that could bring us back to reality into the 50s by the middle of next week. That's your future forecast.
Yes, sir. In your Hollywood Minute, the doctor is in.
The time-traveling adventures of Doctor Who are back for a new season. Rick Damigella talks to the stars of the show.